cat candles are meant to go out and bring you something. Hi everyone, I'm Fairly Theta. I'm the founder of Moon and Majesty. I handcraft all of these candles and ritual tools based on so many years within my own practice. So today I want to show you how I use our green Feline Fetch candle. The green color specifically is for opportunity, new growth, money, abundance in that way. It's very much that springy green, leafy green, herbal color, which just reminds me of new growth, which is exactly what opportunity really is. It's a place for you to grow in a new way. All of our candles are made from ethically sourced beeswax. They burn a very, very, very long time. So this is a work that you're going to work over the course of several days, potentially a week, depending on how your candle is burning. And I say that because there's always a variable with airflow and things like that that contribute to the way a candle burns. So obviously you're only going to burn them in supervised conditions, but it will take several days. And that's a great thing because the more time and attention you put into a work, the more likely it is that you will achieve your goal. So think about, you know, a feral cat or a cat that lives outside that will drop mice on your doorstep, or little birds, or, you know, any sort of small prey that they think is a way of caring for you. So you are going to take care of this cat so that it will bring you some form of small prey. I always start by placing the candle on a dish. You want to make sure that it's fire safe just in case. Don't use something that will shatter. You're going to be burning it under supervision, so that's not going to happen, but obviously safety first. I always work with some form of petition. For something like this, which is exclusively for opportunity, kind of wish fulfillment, I use bay leaves instead of paper. I'm going to take this bay leaf and I'm going to take a felt tip marker and I'm going to write on this bay leaf what I am looking for, the kind of opportunity that I am trying to manifest. So once that's written, and written on the back, you're going to place that around the cat. And you can do this with a certain number of keywords, certain phrases to describe what you want. This can be as specific or vague as you'd like it to be. If you have a very certain goal in mind, say a very specific job, you might write, you know, the name of the actual title that you're applying for. On another, you might write the name of your contact at that position. You might write your salary. If you're looking to manifest just a general opportunity, you might write the keyword of the area that you're looking in, say writing job. You know, you might take another leaf and then write, you know, paid $1,000. Whatever it is that you are looking for, that's how you're going to do this. And I'm personally going to use 4 bay leaves to do this. 4 is a number of stability foundations. So I'm going to write out 4 key phrases on 4 bay leaves and arrange them around my cat. Now, we're gonna use some rosemary. Rosemary is another herb that's great for purity, things that you need a certain amount of good intention to. It's very cleansing and astringent, but also keeps things fresh and positive. So I do always like to use it when I can, aside from the fact that it smells incredible. So you can either just lay the sprigs around with your leaves, or you can pull the needles themselves off and arrange them if you'd rather, but I'm going to just lay 2 sprigs on either side. And over here. Another herb that I absolutely can never use enough of is basil. Basil is one of those great multi-purpose herbs that has ties to both Mars and Jupiter, so it's swift action and success. But it also is another great purifying, cleansing herb with some really beautiful sacred energy to it. It's got a really kind of paternal energy to it, so it protects the work and it helps to bring success. We're gonna take a few basil leaves and lay it around. I've used 8 basil leaves. 8 is a number that I like to use when I'm working with Jupiter energy, again, for success and abundance and expansion. Things like opportunity definitely fall under that Jupiter wish fulfillment energy. The next thing we're gonna do is make sure that this will work in a timely manner. So in order to do that, there are 2 herbs that I like to add. Ground coffee is classically used to speed things up. It also has that fiery acidic quality to it, so it adds a certain amount of importance to getting this done. We're gonna take a sprinkle of coffee and lay it around the base. The other herb that I like to work with is cinnamon. Cinnamon is also incredibly fiery. It gets things done. It brings a passion and a drive to the work. You can use ground herbs, you can use cinnamon sticks, whatever you prefer. I do actually prefer cinnamon sticks a lot of the time when I'm making bundles and packets and things like that. But as far as this is concerned, I'm gonna use powdered cinnamon. As I sprinkle the cinnamon, I'm thinking about the time frame that I want this to happen within. All of our herbs have been placed. Now you're going to talk to your cat and make sure that it knows exactly what you're looking for. I'm going to take a minute with my cat and reflect on my goal. You need to offer a reward. And the way that I like to do this is by placing my dish in one location, and then I offer something that my cat is going to want. And in this case, I'm going to use cream. You are probably going to want to refresh this at least every day. And consider this a sacrifice. When I talk about sacrifices in spell work, obviously I'm not talking about sacrificing life, but we are sacrificing something that we purchased. This was money out of my pocket that I will not use for myself. Traditionally, cream is something that you might offer a cat, at least in a nursery rhyme. So I have this dish of cream, I'm going to offer it to my cat, but I'm going to do it slightly further away. This is the eventual reward for bringing me my desire. With this set up, it's now time to light your candle. If you have found any keywords that continue to recur as you have worked with the materials, keep them in mind as you light this candle, because they may be setting up some kind of incantation. Not every spell requires an incantation, but sometimes one just presents itself. So with beeswax, it is a little bit harder than other waxes. So it does take a minute to really get started. Once it's lit, it will stay lit for quite a long time, really until you extinguish it. However, you do need to give it a little bit more fuel to get going. So start at the very base of the wick and make sure that you are building up a nice little puddle of wax at the base of that wick. You really want to infuse this with every ounce of desire you have. The more you can put into the flame of the candle itself, the more powerful the work will become. When you feel that you have infused your intention as deeply as possible, you let your candle burn. Let it burn for as long as you can watch it, reflect on it. If you need to extinguish it for any reason, you want to do so with a snuffer. Make sure that you don't blow out the flame. This isn't only for energetic purposes. I always tend to imagine that blowing on a work tends to send it away from you. There's obviously times where that is going to be a desired effect. If you're doing a banishing spell or something like that, you are going to want to blow something away from you. But in this case, as you're looking to bring something closer to you, that's not what you want to do. But it's also a safety precaution. Beeswax does get runny. It does get liquid, so you don't want to risk splattering beeswax that will be hot or spreading a flame at all. So don't blow it out. The next time you light your candle, you're going to move the candle and the reward a little bit closer. So you'll move your cream just a little bit, and you'll move your dish just a little bit. And every time you continue to light your candle, you're going to bring it closer and closer and closer and closer until they are in the same place. This is because every time you light this candle, you are bringing that opportunity closer and closer to home. You're calling your cat back to you with your desire. So this is kind of a variation on a moving candle spell. You're not just moving the candle, you're also moving this reward, you're setting a reward, you're kind of setting a trap in a way, except in this case, it's definitely a reward. It's a treat for the cat that has brought you what you desire. If you haven't already visited us at moonandmajesty.com, you can order these candles, others, and have a blog as well with instructions like these and articles about magic and astrology and tarot. And you can also find all of my information on consultations and readings there as well. So I hope to see you there soon. Thanks so much. Bye.